Good evening. Welcome to our Tuesday night weekly show. Tonight, special guests because we have a full house. We have Toronto's Pearl Jam tribute band, Lightning Bolt. Let's hear it for Lightning Bolt. Awesome. I was waiting for a guitar lick there. I thought there was going to be a guitar lick there, but...
Oh, sorry. My bad.
But we worked so hard on this show to get that all together and it comes down. So anyways, before we get to this awesome band, an awesome bunch of guys, and I know everyone who watches the show by now should know that Tim and Mark are on the show every week, are in the band. So you're going to meet the rest of the band.
Secret is out.
Secret is out. So before we do that, though, we're going to dive into the news. And this week, I thought I would take to the streets and get some of the local stories around the Oshawa area that I thought were important to us. So I guess a couple of days ago, I had a spotting of this gentleman walking through the Home Depot, and I saw him going to the glove section. I, for the life of me, don't understand why someone would wear an O.J. Simpson shirt. But you gotta be honest with you. It does look a little bit tight, and maybe it's from way back when, and maybe with COVID, the laundry's not getting done. He doesn't have his pods to do his wash, so maybe that's all he had. But anyways,
was he buying gloves?
Well, I'm just throwing. That's fake news. Yeah, he was. Well, he could have been. I didn't stick around to see, but I got a feeling he was going to go to the clearance rack and see if they just had one glove. But anyways, then I saw this guy, and I got a feeling it could be the same guy. Now, I don't know about you, but today on Facebook, I posted this on Facebook saying that it was negligent to drive like that.
Yeah,
I had a lot of people tell me that I was the one who was negligent because I was taking the photograph.
That's right.
Look at the frickin' lumber on that truck. Like, that's just absolutely insane. Like, that's just like, crazy. That's beyond crazy. That's just absolutely. So some guy, I got into it with some guy. He's not even I don't even know who he is. He told me I was the one who was negligent because I was taking the photograph. And then I told him to slow down. And then I asked him if he was the guy driving the truck. And then it went to the point where he shared the post on his thing calling me a douchebag. That's where it ended today. So that's where it went. I just, like, this guy, if you look at the lumber, it's sitting on his truck. It's not even on a rack. It's actually sitting on the body of the truck. So anyways, but the thing is, it's been so hard to get pressure-treated lumber, so this guy probably thought he had a windfall getting all this stuff. So anyways, so then apparently the guy was seen building a deck down at Cherry Beach today. So we got... like, seriously? So apparently...
Here they come.
I did watch the video. I'm not going to play the video. But the guy was apparently running through saying, "Who hit me? Who hit me?" I guess someone beat him up. He didn't remember who did it, and he thought he'd take the chainsaws out to go and find him. I think the chainsaw clipped his belt. That's what I think happened. And as many of you know, that my Ford truck a few weeks ago, the engine died, and I had a terrible, terrible time in my dealership. So no more Fords. We went to Toyota, and then I saw this today: Ford retooling plants with help of dog-like robot named Fluffy. So that pretty much sums up my experience with Ford. So they got so. Yeah, so we're going to fluffy robots now. We're building Ford.
Fluffy
so
the robot.
I'm kind of glad I'm out of Ford Nation. So, and other animal news. German wild pig steals laptop from nudist. Like, I wonder if he was sitting there with the laptop on his lap, because we all know what happens when you put a laptop on your balls when you're naked. It doesn't turn out good. So apparently this little piggy went to market and took some guy's laptop.
Oh, brother.
And then just to finish off, we have to just do our little COVID mask thing, and this might be an old one, but social distancing
Oh,
in
here we go.
1967. I know there's a few Leaf fans out there still. And I can't believe it's only this. It's really neat when the season is so short, like it is now. The season's that short, and it's like it happens so quick. We're gonna win the cup. We're out.
Yeah.
It was that fast. So,
What you talking about, Dad?
Dad, if that was my boy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
boy.
girls, and Leaf fans, that is the news for this week. And let's bring everybody in.
Hey, everybody.
Just like a live show. Just like a live
Oh, yes. We're live.
lightning bolt. I thought we were going to have a storm tonight, too. That would have been really good. Lightning bolt, storm.
Storm.
I guess that's a little cliche. So, we got below me, we have Simon Richards, the lead singer of Lightning Bolt. Let's see that. Mark, are you doing the applause or what? Am I doing the applause?
Oh, I can do it.
Mine sucks. That sounds like golf.
I like golf clap.
So yeah, and to the side of me, above Mark B, we have Rafi. Rafi is also a guitar player, and beside Rafi, we have Will. Will is the drummer. You can tell Will's a drummer, sitting back like that. And then below Will, we have Tim, the bass player. We all know Tim, and Mark, bottom center. So
That's me.
It's a story. So welcome everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Our midsummer's evening with Lightning Bolt.
Lightning bolt. We're all here.
So I'm waiting.
How's everyone doing?
I'm just waiting for all the fans right now to start commenting. We should keep talking though.
Don't hold
before
your
they-
breath.
Don't hold your breath. So yeah, welcome everybody. So before we dive right into it, let's do this week in because we got lots of stuff to talk about. So let's do this week in music.
Week in music.
All right. That's Joseph, in case you guys didn't recognize the voice.
Nice.
This week in music.
They must have his album.
All right. Let's see here. Where are we going to start this week? Oh, in 1960, 16-year-old Brian Hyland had the number one single. 16-year-old. Number one single. Do y'all know what it was?
She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time
Okay.
today.
I really thought one of you guys was singing that, and I was trying to figure out who the hell is singing that. I thought someone knew
the
it.
actual song because we'll get flagged.
Oh,
so
so
I
did you
stepped
record
from-
that earlier, Mark?
I
Is that
did
what
not
you did?
record that. That was Lewis or Gilbert from Revenge of the Nerds singing that. So
We're learning to hack everything. Oh.
yeah, so Brian Hyland had that number one hit in 1960. 16 years old he was. I didn't know that. 1969, the Beatles took a break from recording at Abbey Road Studios, went outside and did a photo shoot at the street crossing out front of the studio. The photographer balanced himself on a stepladder in the middle of the road, took 6 shots of the band crossing the street while a policeman held up the traffic. The band then returned to the studio and continued recording. And that
6
became the
shots.
Abbey Road cover.
6
Can you imagine
shots.
that?
That's amazing.
6 shots, bang, done.
That photo shoot.
1953.
That photo shoot would have cost $40,000 today. They would have
Oh, at
been
least.
all day out there that had to get permits to close the road.
Yep.
It would have been a shit show.
Probably took him 10 minutes. 1973 this week, Stevie Wonder he was seriously injured in a car accident. He wasn't driving, just to make that clear. The car he was in crashed into a truck in North Carolina, leaving him in a coma for 4 days.
Oh.
And the accident also left him without any sense of smell. So not only can Stevie Wonder not see, he can't smell either. Apparently.
Oh, isn't he lovely?
There is a video on YouTube of him catching a microphone on a live performance that has controversy now. Can he actually see? Or does he have superpowers? Have to look that up.
He
You know, I
can't
haven't
see.
seen it. Look for it.
You've seen how he dresses?
Yes, I have.
He
seen
wouldn't go.
that.
You wouldn't go out the house if you could see out the corner of your eye like that.
Let's see. Also this week, 1982, Pink Floyd, The Wall, debuted in movie theaters. Directed by Alan Parker, who just passed away this July 31st following a lengthy illness. He was only 76 years old. This is a good one. 1984 this week. Ray Parker Jr. started a 3-week run at number 1 on the singles chart with
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. You got it. Parker was accused of plagiarizing the melody from Huey Lewis and the News, I Want a New Drug. Sound familiar, guys?
Yeah.
I know a band that used to play these two songs and mash them together because they're so similar. Lewis sued Parker, and they settled out of court. So I don't know what happened there. Let's see. 1985 this week. We have Bryan Adams scoring his first number 1 album with Reckless. And I just wanted to say this story because every time I talk about Bryan Adams, I can say, I've been to his house. And that's the truth. I've been to his driveway.
Was it like Never Neverland Ranch? Is that how you got in?
Well, no. My brother-in-law was driving us around in the expensive part of North Vancouver there up in the mountains, and he pulled into the driveway and said, this is Bryan Adams' house. And we got as far as the gates, and we turned around and left. I said, cool. Now,
so you had dinner.
I could say I've been to his house. Let's see. Oh, in 1988, American hip-hop group, hip-hop group. This one, NWA, released Straight Outta Compton. Can we see it? This is Joseph's copy. He made me say that. It's my son's copy. Straight Outta Compton on Ruthless Records. The album redefined the direction of hip-hop, and in 2017, it was selected for preservation, whatever you want to say, in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or artistically significant. Well, who knew? And finally, we got one more here. This one I like. 1996, Kiss was performing at the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati, Ohio on their Live World Tour. During the show, a fan threw his prosthetic leg up on the stage. The band finished the song they were playing. They all signed it and threw it back at him. So there you go.
Nice.
That was nice of him. So I guess he's got a nice keepsake. That's This Week in Music.
That's awesome.
This week in music.
All right. Yeah.
So there was no lightning bolt news.
No, you know what? I actually forgot to check. I'm sorry. there probably could have been, but I totally forgot.
So
yes, Lightning Bolt was probably touring.
So
somewhere.
I think we should do some history on the band because it wasn't always Lightning Bolt, right? You guys were Honey Badger.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Originated as Honey Badger.
And how long ago did you guys get together?
Oh, Christ.
2012. 2012.
Wow. 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was
That's crazy.
Summer, wasn't it? Was it in summertime? 2012.
And is
Fall.
it all the same
Fall.
line, same lineup, the
Yeah.
whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simon said that and he rolled his eyes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Frick.
there's going to be
Well,
some
we
lineup
did
changes.
we did go through a couple of drummers before we were lucky enough to find Will, which was pretty funny.
You guys worked out a contract agreement and then finally took a
Yeah, he
while.
played hard. He was the Nylander.
Oh, that's awesome. So,
It
yeah.
was through Craigslist, right? It was an ad on Craigslist. So I remember answering the ad and Simon saying, we rehearse at this spot in Scarborough, but it's really hard to find. So can you just meet me at this gas station and
That's right.
you'll follow me and I'll take you there. So I was telling that to my wife and she's
If
like,
I don't
all
come
right,
back.
don't get murdered.
Does he have a chainsaw?
Yeah. So the thing was I actually, before Honey Badger and meeting these guys, I wasn't actually too sure whether or not I was going to start another band because I had done a couple of iterations in my last band. It just wasn't working out, but I still had a lot of passion to play. And so I put this ad in Craigslist, and at the time I was jamming at this real kind of, you'd never find this studio if you looked. It was actually this backline warehouse, and you had to go around the back of this warehouse, and it was super shady. And if you tried giving directions, nobody would ever find it. So my typical English instruction was like, look, I'll meet you at this gas station. I'll bring you around the back, and I don't leave.
And Simon's a big boy.
Yes. He's not exactly
He's
small.
not like a little
And
guy.
the fact is, just on Craigslist scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Well, he's not who you want to follow to a second location.
No, not really, especially in the dark.
Yeah, stage diving's a little difficult for me. Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
yeah. So, and that's pretty much it. I met Rafi, Mark, and Tim pretty quickly, and it's it's good. I think we're all on kind of the same wavelength, and we gelled pretty quick. And then, but it took us a little while, not too long, mind you, to find our drummer. We went through a couple of iterations, and like Rafi was saying, it was pretty funny. Like one guy just played the same beat no matter whatever song we were playing. It was always the same beat. And we had this one guy, another guy we tried, and he was a nice enough guy, but and this is horrible as it sounds, but just sweated profusely, like just there was just, and he was okay, it was an okay. But then Will, obviously, Will came along and just seemed to all just vibe really well with the rest of us, and the rest was history.
And he doesn't sweat, which is good.
No, that's because he hogs the fan and the air conditioning every time we practice.
That's true.
Oh, he's got a very physical job. Mark, do you remember the time we had that drummer come out for
With
that?
the boots?
How could I forget the guy
we
with
had
the gladiator boots?
We were playing in an industrial unit in Pickering at Brock Road in the 401 in the middle of in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
And this guy was so freaking loud.
The cops showed up.
We were leaving, and the police were driving around all the units and said we had noise complaints. We said, well, it could have been our drummer.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was.
Oh,
This guy
and do you
was
remember?
unbelievably
Do you
loud.
remember that night the guy had thrown a dead carp? Someone had thrown a dead carp into the bin out back, and it stunk so bad.
I don't remember that. That I don't remember.
Yeah.
All I remember is his drummer, and my ears are ringing for the next 3 days after listening to this
It was
guy.
Keith Moon on serious steroids.
Oh yeah, it was insane, just insane.
Yeah, drummer.
The loudest drummer I've ever heard.
So Honey Badger then went, and I would say about a year and a half ago, you guys started Lightning Bolt.
Couple of years, I think.
Couple of years.
Yeah, a year and a half, 2 years. Hard to remember now. Yeah.
Well, we took
that.
that break for a few months.
Yeah.
Oh, it's long for Mark's surgery, right? Or your
I
elbows?
had
You were
double
off for a
surgery
while.
on each of my elbows. I had to have surgery, so it was quite a while. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we reconvened, I think we had a meeting and decided to change it up.
Yeah.
It was
played-
lengthening, wasn't it, Mark? I mean, the arms.
lengthening. Yeah, bionic arms are longer now. And
Go get it.
It was all that repetitive motion. Well,
right.
yeah, it was. It was. But the fact that both elbows, that scares me.
yeah, both. Yeah.
Both elbows.
Watch out.
So how did you guys? So Mike, what I'm curious about is how you guys decided that you chose Pearl Jam, because there was 5 guys in the band. Did you all like Pearl Jam, or did you have to sit down and decide which way you wanted to go with it?
Rock, paper, scissors. No, we had already been playing a number of Pearl Jam songs in our sets, and we always played them really well, I felt, and they always went over really well with the crowd. And I think we all, are fans of Pearl Jam, and to me, it kind of seemed like the right thing to do. Why not? Let's just continue this and go for it and see what happens. And we did, and that's about the end of that.
So it was either that or Huey Lewis or Ray Parker Jr., right?
We talked about that, doing the
Soundtracks.
the Ray
Soundtracks.
Parker Jr., Huey Lewis and the News tribute band, but that didn't go.
So I thought, well, since it's Pearl Jam, and I know your music because I've been there and I've seen you guys perform only when we recorded some videos. But man, you guys solid. When I was making the videos that we shot, man, the tracks you guys recorded were solid. Man,
Thank you.
I would just say they're as good as Pearl Jam. You don't even need Pearl Jam anymore. No,
Right,
but I'm serious when I say that. Like, that is honest, 100%. I was like, wow, this stuff is good. Like, doing the video, it was great putting it together. I thoroughly enjoyed it because the music was so good. So yeah, it was great, like really good. And the ones you guys just did recently, was it Black? You just did.
We did Black, I think, was the last one we did.
Yeah, Black. That was great too. You guys did a great job on that. So solid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Simon's got the Eddie Vedder-ish type voice, I think it fits very well. He has that kind of growl and can sing that kind of stuff, and it comes across really well. So.
Yeah, I think the way you sing, like the way you portray yourself, the way you or project yourself on stage, and the character you are when you sing fits perfectly because it's different. It's not Eddie Vedder, but it's perfect for what you. That's another great thing about the band, and the fact that Raffi and Mark both. Man, you guys just cover the guitars awesome, right? You're back and forth. You're covering different parts of the songs. Or maybe some songs you're playing the lead on one, and then someone else playing the song on the other. So that's fantastic. So you're not
we
just stuck
change
in
it
the
up
corner.
and work out who's going to do
that's
what,
good.
and you know.
It'll be great to, for
And
you
then
guys
there's
to
the
get back
drummer
up
and
playing.
bass player that nobody hears anyway. So
Yeah,
We're just the good looking.
that's why
That's right,
That's
leave
why
them
I
up
stuck
front.
them on the side like that, so the four of us could just. I just crop this when it goes out. So I thought we'd do some. Pearl Jam trivia. I thought maybe a few questions.
okay.
Well, listen. I like Pearl Jam. But I tell you, I can't tell you anything about the band. So Googling today, I might as well have been Googling about New Zealand because I haven't. So Eddie Vedder. What's Eddie Vedder's birth name?
Oh,
It's
Edward Severson the Third, or
Sisson,
something like that.
It's a weird,
Edward Louis Severson. Yeah,
Lewis, yeah.
Simon. Ding, gets a square.
All right.
Oh, you should have got.
Wait, you knew
that was very
that?
He did. He got
Googled
it.
it.
He got it. The singer got it. He didn't Google it. That was too quick.
No, just teasing.
So let's see. Okay, Vedder wrote "Man of the Hour" that Pearl Jam recorded for what movie soundtrack?
Oh,
Man of the Hour.
on the tip of my tongue.
Not The Last Jedi.
No.
Raffi, you got all those frickin' movies behind you.
Start looking. Not The Last Jedi. Oh.
Can't get it, eh? What movie? Tim Burton's Big Fish soundtrack.
Oh, Big Fish. Okay, yeah, that was a great movie.
I would have never known.
Yeah, I've got that up there.
Got it up
Should've had
there?
that.
Oh, man. Phone a friend. So, Vedder also, Vedder did a lot of soundtrack stuff. He's trying to keep up with Elton John and who's the other guy? Phil Collins and Tim Rice. But anyways, Vedder collaborated with Pakistani musician Nasrat Fateh Ali Khan. How I got even that all out is incredible. For what soundtrack?
What is this, a soundtrack trivia thing here?
Yeah, this is another soundtrack. Eddie Vedder's been doing lots of stuff.
I know he did. He worked on the Into the Wild soundtrack.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't
the
even
only
get to
one I
that
can
question.
think
That's
of.
another one. I didn't even get to that one. It's that Dead Man Walking soundtrack.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay.
Yeah, who would have
Okay,
known?
this is Eddie Vedder. You have any Pearl Jam questions? Come on.
Okay. Pearl Jam was named what in 2011? What?
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Go ahead. I was trying to get in before.
Freaking bass players. Always a note ahead. For Tim, all the questions from now on, you got to say what is. So Pearl Jam was named what in 2011 by Rock the Dark?
Oh, Planet Defenders.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
All right.
Well, that's pretty good.
It's one for us.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it was an environmental activism and their large scale efforts to decrease their own carbon emissions. Okay. Who wrote the song Last Kiss?
Wilson.
From the Beach Boys.
No. Frank Wilson.
No.
Wilson
Something
still
Wilson
You're
and the
close.
Cavaliers.
He revived
And the
it.
Cavaliers.
No, he revived it. It was Last Kiss was released by Wayne Cochran in 1961 on the Gala label. It failed to do well on the charts. Cochran subsequently re-recorded his song for the King label in 1963. It was later revived by J. Frank Wilson and the Cavaliers.
That's it, Chief Wilson.
That is the one song we all agreed we will never play.
I think too, wasn't it their biggest hit ever?
Yeah, number
Yeah.
2.
It's
On the
probably kind of
Billboard.
like Bruce Springsteen, "Blinded by the Light." Maybe that's
It
kind
was
of
a
like they
huge
want to
hit
know
for
about
them,
it. Yeah. At Lollapalooza 2007, Veta spoke out against BP Amico for what? That's a
Oil
tough.
spill?
I thought I'd have to dig deep for these questions. I guess I did. He was
Holy
dump-
moly!
they
Do you
were
have
dump-
any
they were
questions
dumping
about
waste in-
music.
They were
Something
dumping.
environmental.
Go with environmental.
Okay,
yeah.
here's one. What Canadian photographer? This is Canadian question now. What Canadian photographer work was featured on Gigatron?
Is it Cameron Crowe? No. I'm thinking that's an
No.
interviewer for Rolling Stone.
No. I can't remember. His name.
There was
Mark
there was a
Robinson.
picture of a melting glacier
Yes.
in Norway. It was Paul Nicolin, and I think he's the big National
Yes.
Geographic photographer.
yeah.
Of course.
Boy, oh boy, we're failing.
Here's
miserably
one.
here.
You guys should get this. You guys should get this one. Chris Cornell was featured on what Pearl Jam song?
Is that Pearl Jam or Temple of the Dog?
It's Pearl Jam. It says Pearl Jam. It said Pearl Jam on my notes.
It's not Hunger. It's not Hunger Strike.
Yeah, is that Temple of the Dogs?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Temple of the
Oh,
Dog.
okay,
song.
so that
Yeah,
okay.
That's a collaboration
he-
between the two. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, last one. I think last one. Maybe there's one. Oh no, there is one more. On Spotify, the top 3 songs streamed of Pearl Jam are. What's number 1?
Jeremy.
Yes.
Even flow.
Alive.
Alive at
Alive.
253 million streams, Even Flow
All
at
right.
235 million, and Black at 204 million.
Well, there you go.
And the last one. Total
One more.
album sales in the U.S. as of March 27th, 2020.
Total album,
Including
like their
bootlegs. I don't know how they come up with that, but including
entire-
bootlegs.
including bootlegs.
Jesus.
Their official boot. Oh, jeez,
60 million.
No.
80 million.
32 million in the U.S., but 85 million worldwide.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
So there you go. I had to actually work for that today to get that stuff. Like-
Wow.
and I can honestly say I wouldn't have got one of those questions. I
Well,
wouldn't.
we didn't either. So
Oh, you guys did okay. You guys got some good ones there. Yeah, let me get rid of that.
we listen to their music. We don't really follow the facts and all that other stuff behind all that.
So how many songs? So do you guys have like what? How many songs do you have that are actual Pearl Jam? Because you must throw some other songs in there, right?
We have, yeah.
Like you're
trying
still
to
throwing
remember.
Ghostbusters in, right?
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters is a staple, and we mash that up with "I Want a New Drug." No, we do mostly Pearl Jam. We've done some other, that '90s era kind of.
AC/DC.
No, but we used to do a lot of AC/DC, I think. I'm totally drawing a blank now of what other stuff we played.
Because are you guys doing like 3 sets of Pearl Jam?
No. Well,
2. I think we have like
yeah,
2.
we have 2 full sets of Pearl Jam. We throw in some other stuff.
Right,
and,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
that's
think it
got
all
it.
depends on where we're playing and
Yes.
what it is.
Yeah.
Some like Stone Temple Pilots, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Stuff that kind of goes obviously with Pearl Jam.
That
So-
kind of thing.
Have you guys all seen Pearl Jam live? Mark has.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have several times.
I never have. No, never seen them.
Really,
No,
No.
never seen them.
Oh. always a good show.
Well, they were kind of the grunge stuff was kind of past when I was really going to concerts. So all the Pearl Jam and the Seattle Sound stuff, I guess it was all. So should I dig up some more Pearl Jam questions?
Sure. Embarrass us some more.
Yeah.
Every week we have a we ask our guests. We have the age-old question. There's the David Lee Roth versus the Sammy Hagar, but we took it one step further, and we ask who would win in a fight now. Right. So David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar. Now, we're going to change up the question a little bit. Who would win in a fight? Eddie Vedder, Simon Richards.
Oh, frick, Simon.
I got Eddie.
Really? You're picking
He's
Eddie?
nuts.
Well,
What is he, like 2
Eddie is
feet
nuts.
tall?
Simon's
need
a
to
big
do-
guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's in better shape than I am.
Simon's defaulted. He's thrown in the towel before the fight even starts.
Well, Eddie's a little guy, but he can be feisty.
That
I think Simon would
Climb up.
really anger him with his Last Jedi comments. So I think that Eddie would kind of go off on him a bit.
What Rafi's saying is that I'm so annoying
Yeah, there it is.
that I
So-
would incite a fight with Eddie Vedder.
Yeah. they just stand there and are stage off, something like where they yell at each other, just throw comments at each other.
They
So
can talk politics.
so when you guys were rehearsing down in Cherry Beach, funny enough, where the chainsaw guys were. That's kind of what,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think they miss us down there.
I think someone's woken. Jeremy's, maybe one of the guys' name was Jeremy. But the thing is, where do you guys live? Because Simon, don't you live quite a ways away from Cherry Beach?
Yeah, I'm way up in Caledon area.
Mm.
I live pretty close to it's just on the outskirts. I live in this tiny little town called Belenafad. It's like population 100 people. And the sort of town where, there's a little old lady who's at the corner store, which doubles as the post office, and sometimes she's there and sometimes she's not. It depends if it's lunch hour, if she's taking a nap. Traffic jam for us is getting stuck behind a big old tractor coming
She's
down.
the elderly woman
We're
behind the
stuck
counter. in the
inside.
small
She's
town.
also the mayor.
That's kind of a day in life around here.
Oh,
Sounds like
and there's a
big box
coyote. I saw a coyote the other day. There was
There's
coyote
a
up there.
coyote.
Yeah.
We get all sorts of critters up here, like
That's a big
sometimes
freaking
it's
critter.
we get coyotes. We get snakes, quite a few
we
snakes.
get fat raccoons.
It's
So-
we get lots.
No, go on. Tell us all about the zoo up there.
I mean, it's a legit problem. If you're driving early
Yeah.
hours in the morning, you get like deer that run out in front of the road. So you got to be careful. You get you got to seriously be looking out.
Or the old lady at
make
the
sure
post
cars
office.
is-
Deer's in the post office lady. Got to watch out. Rafi, where are you living? You must be in the city, though. You're in-
I'm in the city. I'm in Greek Town. So I'm
anyone
at,
who's got that
Cape
many
Ann.
movies on his shelves got to be close to a convenience store.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm going to get a movie. I'll be right back. Oh, God, I'm getting tired.
Brother.
So Greek Town, that's cool. So,
Yeah. So
you're
it's real close to Cherry. It's
Yeah.
like 15 minutes away.
so you can't be late.
No.
Oh, they'll change it. You'll be up at the post office jamming. So, yeah. And Will, where are you? You're I think you're north, aren't you?
No, I'm kind of up the road from Rafi. I'm at like Victoria Park in Ellesmere,
Oh, so that's all right.
Scarborough-ish. Yeah.
Scarborough.
So Simon's the only one who needs compensation for gas. Once COVID goes down, you just play along. Say, hey guys, the COVID really took a bite out of me. I need gas money.
Well, since this whole COVID thing, we haven't. This is the first time I've seen all you guys. I mean, since we did that jam night at what the hell was that? Hop and Frog? What was the name of that place?
Yeah.
The Hoppin' Frog. Sounds like the pub up at Simon's neck of the woods. The Hoppin' Frog.
I don't remember the name of the
Crown,
place.
No,
Some-
Crown
yeah.
Frog or
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
Frog and Crown, I think something. Yes.
Frog and
Oh,
Crown.
let's go
that's
with
it.
that. Let's go with that. Okay.
And that was in March, right?
It was back in March, and
Holy
it was the
mackerel.
same night
It was
where
a week before shutdown or something.
it was the same night that they shut down was it the NBA first that shut down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were at the bar when we
We were
found
at the
out,
bar.
right?
and it was all over the TVs, and the NBA was shutting down, and there was already talks of the MLB shutting down and the NHL. And I remember we got up to do our set, and first thing out of Simon's mouth says, "It's great to be here. We just got back from our tour of China." And I just remember this silence in this place. And the place was pretty busy. It was pretty packed. And there was this dead silence for a second. And some lady just went, "China!" And then they all kind of realized. And then Simon just kind of turned to me and says, "Is it too early for that?" And little did he know that the next week, everything was completely shut down. And, yeah, here we are. So, sense of humor is what I love about these guys. We have a lot of fun, and it's always
well, yeah, you gotta have a laugh. Yeah, you gotta have a laugh. Well, that's why we do this, to have a laugh.
It's always a laugh.
You just never know. You never know how it's gonna go. You never know.
Exactly.
You never know. So
we've had like some. I mean, if you talk to any band, and maybe there's probably. Any band probably recites some crazy times and some crazy nights that they've had for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we've definitely had a few. And I know that when we were doing some gigs as Honey Badger, the one time that always makes me laugh was we were playing at the Linsmore Tavern on Danforth. And it was just a strange night. We had these exotic dancers ask us to sing happy birthday to their mom while we were there. And we don't really play songs you can twerk to, but I mean, there you go. They were twerking
going on that night.
Ghostbusters for sure, man.
We were all kind of like, I mean, trying to focus, but I mean, I was forgetting lyrics and Tim was missing notes and just.
Tim wasn't paying attention, eh?
God bless him,
But that was also the night where this whole gang from, was it Australia, came in as well. And
it was like a mix of people, like.
Yeah, and we had to play, what did we end up playing? Some In Excess, and we were playing some AC/DC. And
Olivia Newton-John
going crazy, right?
I remember that.
We played it Tragically Hip, and they were looking at us going like, "What the fuck is this?"
And I think it was me and Will, and we were at the bar, and I think we were just getting. It was kind of a down. Started off, it's kind of a down night, and then because it was kind of empty, and then Will and I think we were just at the bar there, and these girls came in, and they're like, "Is there a band playing?" We're like, "Yes," and we're just in between sets, right? And they're like, "Okay, good. Don't go away. We'll be right back." And then, like, it was 10 minutes later, a whole bunch of these Australians, like people from Ireland, like all over from everywhere came on into the bar and
forced us to play U2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
And Thunderstruck, which we didn't even know how to play.
We don't really play Thunderstruck, but we played it and they loved it, and it was, that was a good time.
Well, it's the same thing over and over again, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We've had nights where we've had the girl was a hair in the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Where was that?
No.
Buster's, but yeah, they were getting a little rowdy, and and that was also, we played there again, and that's when the cops showed up because people were complaining we were too loud in this bar. And there's been numerous places that we've played that have since shut down.
Well, actually, when we had the cafe, we brought all the staff there for our Christmas dinner to your show at what's that place? Fucking dive.
That's right.
Carla's Roadhouse.
Carla's Roadhouse.
Yeah, that was our Christmas party. The girls were like, "Where are we going?" I go, "Oh, it's great. My buddy's in a band. We're gonna go check." Oh my God! Yeah,
that's going back a while. Yeah.
That's not. I think that was like 2013.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
quite a while ago. Yeah.
Lisa Carla's was funny because it was a mixed crowd, right? Kind of a rough crowd, and I think we played some pop song, and there was a couple of guys that looked like they were out of Duck Dynasty, and, like staring us down.
And when we played Duran Duran, one of the Duck Dynasty, we're all into it and singing along. And it was just like, wow, we don't know what the hell to do. We'll play whatever and see how it goes.
Did they? Hey, Kelly's asking if Kelly's asking if they did carols.
No, I don't think we did any carols.
Oh God. Oh yeah,
boy.
that night I remember that. I think we drove them all down there because it's funny because they were all dressing up because they thought they were going out for dinner or something like that. Look at the Carlos Roadhouse for their Christmas work party. You guys have worked hard all year long. We're gonna take you out for a special night. All the wings you can eat. I think we stepped it up after that. I think the next year. I think we, I think we kicked it up.
No, but we've played some great shows at what was the one?
The Great Hall
down.
Oh yeah. That's a
couple of nights there. We did some amazing shows. I mean, they weren't without incident either. I mean, there was vomit.
No.
I mean, there was
the
coming
Tambourine
from
Girl.
both directions. Tambourine Girl. Oh, and I remember
Very drunk Tambourine Girl.
I remember one gig where there was Simon. You had a fan, an elderly fan playing. Where was this place? I want to say Eaton House.
Eaton House, yeah.
Where she took a liking to your mic stand and it wouldn't leave you and the mic stand alone. That's some good times.
It all depends on the location. Location.
Location. Lots of fun.
So what do you think's going to happen with bookings? Who was I talking? No, I was talking to somebody else today about bookings. But you guys got anything you think coming up?
No.
It's kind of hard because
it is. Places are starting to book bands again now. Like there are bands, doing.
But you're limited. Like the Edge Club in Ajax, which is fairly big, is only allowed. Like you got a limit of 50 people.
Yeah, 50 people inside. You can do 100 outside.
That's like a singles. Edge is kind of like a singles pickup bar too, isn't it? Is it the Edge? Is it?
I've only ever been to see bands, so I don't know what it's.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
like
I really don't know.
Man, Ajax. I mean, you take 100 and you cut it to 50. You're really getting slim pickings if you cut it to 50. I mean, it's you take a bunch of 45, 50-year-old broads in there, and I'm telling you, cut them in half. It gets really rough.
Well, most places are doing a lot of like patio gigs, right?
Gigs. Yeah.
And they're doing a lot of like
stuff.
acoustic, right? Because of the noise.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you could. We got Pearl Jam lightning bolt on the patio tonight. Could you imagine? Oh my God.
We have a reputation for being very loud.
Yeah, but you guys are solid, clear. There's a difference between loud, like good quality loud music, or freaking just screaming loud, right? There's a big difference. You guys will make sure your sound's right. Like want loud music.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is, but we've always just been loud, and I just think it works better when we play that way for whatever reason.
Yeah, because you guys can't just strip the stuff down and do it. You know what? We'll just do acoustic stuff. You can't do it. I mean, you could, but.
We could do it, but it wouldn't be the same.
Why?
I mean,
why?
There's
why
not
bother?
that energy,
Yeah.
And I think we feed off that energy, with the loudness. I mean, we all kind of feed off each other, and we just like to rock out and have a great time. If we did an acoustic thing, I just don't. I can't see. Well, I guess we could try it. Let's try it, guys. What do you say? And see what happens.
Unplugged.
Unplugged.
Do an unplugged thing. We might put people to sleep. Who knows?
Pearl unjammed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt unplugged.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's something to try.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to
I don't know
for
what
the
the
bigger
landscape's
bands.
going to be, though, honestly, in terms of bars and bands playing and whatnot for the next little while.
Well, yeah. I know Monkey Wrench, another tribute band. They have a couple of gigs. They're starting some patio gigs. Drums and Flats, I think it's this weekend. Gonna plug you guys.
Is it on the
It's on the patio,
or is it
yeah. And if it has to move inside because of weather, they gotta limit it to 50 people.
See,
so.
this is the other thing that I was thinking about. Like everybody now is going out to bars and they're drinking beers and they're having dinner on a patio. When that weather starts getting bad, if they haven't moved everybody inside by then,
Yeah,
it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got caught on a patio a couple of weeks ago.
Oh no.
Yeah.
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 It was all right. We had an umbrella, but then it
Yeah.
started coming down pretty good.
Now, were you
Yeah.
just out for like a beer, or were you planning a meal?
Yeah, I think we had no, we were just having drinks.
All
Actually.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't mind that so much, but if you're planning like if it's like your anniversary and you're going out to a patio and the freaking skies
Yeah, I
open
know.
up, yeah, that's gotta be like. I mean, what happens if? That's a good question. So you're out at a patio, and you've ordered all your drinks, your food's about to come, the skies open up, and all of a sudden you can't even sit there. It's coming down so bad you can't eat, but you can't go inside.
Yeah.
What's the policy? What happens to your food?
Gets wet. I don't know. Take it home. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, take it and go, and yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, so I can like right now it's been very dry.
Yeah.
But soon it's gonna start changing, and it gets colder, and
I mean, a lot of places are open up now, for inside.
yeah, you can go in.
But limited, very limited.
Yeah, exactly, and who knows?
But I think that's everywhere now. It's stage 3 on all of Ontario.
Ontario.
Yeah, one place just got tossed in there. Just the last place, I think, in the last day or two. Yeah.
The question I think we should ask and aim this at Rafi is school.
Oh yeah, because
no.
Rafi's a
Going
school
back to school.
teacher. Rafi, yeah, I think Pearl Jam tribute bands in schools would be good idea.
The school tour.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm wondering if Rafi can pull a few strings and we could do the school tour.
Yeah, high school shows, man. Just like
High school, kindergarten, whatever.
Some recess gigs.
Recess gigs.
just put it through the intercom and put it on the smart board, and you guys just play in the school auditorium. The kids just sit in their desks spaced apart, and they hear it through the intercom. Perfect.
Hey, game. That's right.
Or you play outside, and they all watch from the windows.
Yeah, they'll be like.
We used to have
This
bands at
sucks.
our high school. So Rafi, what grade do you?
I've taught grade 7 up to this point. Next year, I'm teaching grade 8. So I'm following the same kids that I taught up to grade 8.
Right, perfect age for Pearl Jam tribute songs. Like just
you would think.
play that one video over. What is it, Jeremy?
Jeremy?
That's
no,
perfect.
we shouldn't probably play that one.
Grade 8s? I'm sure they've seen worse than that now. But yeah,
I'm sure they have.
yeah, man, I remember going to I was in high school in 78, and we used to have bands play outside at the football games. They would have bands set up, like punk rock bands. You don't have that now.
Before Platinum Blonde played at my high school, I wasn't in high school yet. I think I was in grade 7 or 8, but I remember they were playing at my high school. So we kind of missed that. That's about when bands sort of stopped doing that.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, now because they don't want booze,
we could
they don't want
resurrect that.
drugs, they don't want. I think tribute bands would be great at a school because at least some of the kids would hear. Who else you gonna get? You're not gonna get like a famous band show up there,
Right.
So at least they could hear the songs. But I don't know. You wouldn't get that. It wouldn't fly today in a school. There's too much red tape. Rafi will tell
Of
you.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much red tape for that. So Rafi just puts on the videos that you guys have done.
Sure.
And,
There you go.
hey kids, we're not watching a movie today, though I got lots at home. We're gonna watch some videos.
That was my whole online teaching platform.
Put on a movie.
Yeah.
Put on
Stream
some
it.
music videos.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So I guess schools are opening back up. So you'll be going back into the office
Yeah.
come September.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess we'll wait and see what happens.
And there's the option. So parents have the option. They can either go send their kids for full-time school, or they can sign up for online school. So they have to choose one or the other.
Okay. And so the online thing, that would be full-time as well?
That would
Like,
be full-time, like live teaching, just
full-time at home.
at home.
That's going to be
I think
really
the
interesting.
thing that I always find like a little perplexing, as I understand it, Rafi, is speaking to a friend of mine who's a teacher, I was asking him if the province is doing anything to thin out the classes, or they're to contend with sort of the whole COVID situation. But his response to me was like, I had a class of 30 students before this all came down, and I have a class of 30 students going back in, and I think the kids can wear face masks or something. I don't know how that's going to all kind of work out, but there's really nothing being done. Yeah, I think to thin the classroom sizes out, and maybe that's a little concerning. I don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be no distancing. Like the size of a classroom with like 30 kids in it, like you can't distance.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. They're saying grades 4 and up are going to it's going to be mandatory face masks, but kindergarten and grade 3 is optional.
Right.
Well, there's a petition going around for them to revisit, or hoping to revisit, in terms of class sizing, whether or not anything comes of that. I know they were at like 250,000 people have signed this thing but we're running out of time.
It's kind of ridiculous, because you can't go in a restaurant and be close in a restaurant, but you can put 30 kids in a classroom. Like it's just, to me, it sounds like they're just trying to do what they need to do, because they know a lot of parents want their kids to go to school.
Right. And they're all meeting online about this because it's not safe to meet in person. Yeah. Right.
Well, there's some people that are meeting in there.
Some, yeah. But who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
and then you have, you hear stories from the States now, because they're back to school already.
Yeah.
And they have schools where they've, 250 students and teachers are already quarantined after the first week.
Mm-hmm.
So time will tell, I guess. We'll see.
Well, they say like the kids, like, so the small kids don't have to wear a mask, which I can. Right. Could you see a grade 1 trying to wear a mask? It would be a shit show just trying to wear a mask. So the problem is, though, and they say like a lot of kids don't get it, but they can still pass it around to everybody else. So really, like, it's. I mean, if it's a problem and the virus, we don't want no one to get it, and that's really what we're trying to do right now by shutting down and slowly opening up. Why send 30 kids back into a classroom? Whether you agree with the whole COVID thing or not, whatever your take is on it, whatever. But when you look at what their legislation is, it just doesn't make sense that you would put 30 kids in a classroom. And the only reason, in my eyes, is because they know that the parents don't want the kids at home, because they got to go to work. They can't. Otherwise, what are they going to do? Now pay parents? They're going to have to fund parents to look after their kids. So it's all political bullcrap, really. That's why you're getting 30 kids in your classroom.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of fortunate with what I do. There's me and another guy. We don't sit in, like, even these offices and plants and stuff. Like, look at these plants in the U.S., like meat packaging plants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They were getting riddled with people getting sick, and but I don't know. Well, that really took a freaking dive, didn't it?
Yeah. That's a big downer.
Well, it's reality, though. You gotta, and it's hard. It's hard to joke about it too. Like, it's really hard to.
I think Lightning Bolt, we're going to start working on the COVID tour, and either we'll do it virtually or we'll just go out and wear masks. I don't know.
Well, I got a question for you. How long did it take you to put those songs together that you did? The ones online like this. It looked like
too long. I mean, it wasn't that long, if I can remember right. I mean,
they were really good.
We each did our part, and then we just kind of threw it together. So
you're all waiting for me to get my ass in gear. Here's my part, basically.
Always the singer.
Mark's being nice.
Well, it is hard too, right? Everyone's got stuff going on, and then you got to sit down, record it all, and do all your parts.
Yeah,
and you got to put it all together.
5 different schedules to work with. So
now, are the rehearsal spaces open? Does anyone know? Because I know you're not supposed to sing. Because you're not supposed to sing or dance in bars. So I didn't know if the rehearsal space is back up and open.
I think the rehearsal factory is. I don't know about Cherry Beach.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Cherry Beach. And they're recommending, or you bring your own microphone, obviously. And face shields.
Imagine Simon singing into a face shield, what it will look like after about 4 or 5 songs. So, That'd be a great album cover. That'd be a great album cover. Just like you could barely see the face with all this spit and oh,
That'd be too funny.
yeah, you just had a whole bag of wings before you came out to the show. But then you get a good idea of what you would have been hitting you if he hadn't.
Brother.
You know what? I spit when I talk. Like when I laugh, because when you're laughing, your mouth's open most of the time, and I'm spitting. And yeah, could you imagine what our phones look like though, and our screens? Like we're in front of our laptops and we're just spitting on it. Like it is. It's like we live in such a.
That's a happy thought. God.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys could always come up to my place and jam up here.
Yeah, that's what Kelly said.
Let's set it up. Or even if we, I don't know.
You guys don't mind coming up to the country?
You don't mind the critters? You don't mind the critters?
Should we bring our tents or?
No,
not with those coyotes. Not with those coyotes.
Outside, man. They get eaten by something up there.
Tim's turned into a real camper in the last 3 weeks.
just bring a few traps. You eat what you catch, basically.
I'll fend for yourself.
Awesome. Simon's stock. COVID. Social distancing 2020 concert. And we could we could all ride our bikes up there as a part of get the drummer there.
Stage, man.
There you go. Start building a stage. Well,
Will's actually come pretty close. I think that because Will rides. He's an avid rider.
Yeah, he would do some
like
distance.
130 kilometers in a day. Like that's.
I did that once last month. Actually,
yeah, but you did it. So
I did 113 on Sunday, but yeah, the day I did 130 was pretty brutal.
It's hard. Now, do you usually, when you go for rides like that, do you usually drive out of the city a bit? You would have to, right? Driving around.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I meet up with
right.
a group of guys.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes I'll just the day that I rode up to Lake Simcoe, I left from my house and I rode up. It was like 73 kilometers there and back. Yeah, actually, but I didn't make it all the way home.
I did like 10 kilometers 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Fuck this."
I used to do it all the time too when I was training for Ironman. I'd be going out like every night, and then every weekend I'd be doing like 110, 20, 30. It was like, oh, in the heat too. In this heat, it sucks. That's when the end gets hard. The end gets hard. But I haven't been riding though. I use that excuse. I don't want to get injured and go to the hospital and pick up a hospital bed of somebody who's got COVID, so I stayed home.
That's
I was just doing the right thing.
Yeah, not a good time to go there.
So we gotta wait. We gotta wait before we can see lightning bolt. Man, we gotta make something happen.
Well, hopefully soon. Yeah, hopefully we get this going again soon and get out there and
it's so hard for you guys to do like a live show online too, because you got so much gear and stuff like that. I mean, it's quite a setup.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Simon has high-speed internet yet up there, do you?
Yeah, we do now. I'm in the modern world.
Right.
No, but like together, like even if you're on like in a stage or something, even to do all that, it's so much work. Like to set it all up, and I've seen people do it, and it's turned out good. But when you put more and more people into the mix, it gets harder.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So,
And Will is such a diva with his drums that he's got to have the perfect space and all that stuff too. So for everybody watching, you go to Lightning Bolts on Instagram, Facebook, and you can find all these guys kicking around out there. And I think you guys got a website too. I think you have a website, don't you? You have a website? A YouTube channel?
It's not well maintained.
No.
I think we're still playing at Scallywags. Go to the website.
Honeybadger.com.
Guys, don't go to Scallywags this weekend, guys. There's no show. That was 3 years ago.
Down anyway, didn't they? Scallywags? Didn't they shut down?
Man, there must be so. That's going to be the other problem. There's going to be no places to play when they do open.
I know.
How long can a bar stay around? I mean, they'll eat the $40,000 the government gives them up in no time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's so hard. Well, they won in Oshawa move, So we had what's it called? The music hall, Tim? You know the music hall?
Yep.
They've moved to where
reopening.
over where the dungeon was, Laser Quest.
Yeah.
So that's
Didn't know
promising.
they were moving. Okay.
That's promising. So for local bands, but well, anyways, guys, it's been a blast. We'll let you get back to we'll let Rafi get back to watching movies, and I love it.
Awesome.
All right, guys, thank you so
It's
much.
nice to see you.
And we'll see you next week with another show of. I don't even know if we have a guest next week. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, we should.
We
probably figure
actually
that out.
we might have a guest. I have somebody who might come on the show, but August we're kind of playing it low. So Tim took off camping and didn't tell us the night before the show. We were worried. We were really worried about you, Tim. We were ready to call the police when we found out you were missing. Should have. You should have.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna talk about camping next week.
Next week. Oh, good. Camping. The camping show.
Actually, Tim, next week, you do the show from your tent in your backyard. Set up a little fire.
Hey, if you do it, I'll do it. I'll do it outside.
Cool. I'm not doing it. I'm not going out there. I got 4 dogs in a small yard. I'm not stepping anywhere near that yard.
Even better.
It smells like piss and everything else. All right. Anyways, we're out of here, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Stay
boys.
safe, and good luck,
care,
Rafi,
boys.
with the 30 kids when school comes around, man.
Thank you.
See you guys. Thanks.
Right,
Thanks,
later.
guys.
Cheers.
I don't know. Oh, the video's not found. There's no video for the closing, so we're just going to say...
Adios.
Adios. See ya!